monkey bars, you saw Valerie build up the lead. Over the low wall, across the water trap, and Valerie Bertinelli, injury or no, is the winner in the women's final of the obstacle course event as Gary Sandy comes up to hug her, and Jamie Farr and Victoria Principal.
Valerie Bertinelli is no stranger to playing games on TV. That is her competing in the Battle of the Network Stars in 1979. And now she's the host of Bingo Blitz, a TV version of the popular online game that premieres on the Game Show Network tonight. And Valerie joins us. Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
How are you?
Boy, that's a blast from the past.
We have always said, why don't they do this anymore? Was that as fun for you as it was for us watching those old Battle of the Network Stars?
Well, I'm so competitive. It was very stressful. Very stressful.
Especially when you got Jamie Foxx on your team. You don't know how he's going to be,
right.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I have pictures back from that era. It's insane the amount of people that would get to do this show. And I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of like the original reality show.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't know anything about Bingo Blitz, but I know there's no way it can be as compelling as Battle of the Network Stars. But go ahead and tell us what it is anyway.
I don't know. I mean, if you don't know trivia, you're not going to get any balls. You need to know the trivia to get your bingo balls. We don't just hand out bingo balls willy-nilly.
Sure.
You got to earn them.
Good.
So that is coming up, and we'll talk. Here's a little clip of the show. And you know what? I've been following you on Instagram, Valerie. You've got an amazing following, and you're very open with people on social media about your personal life. You talk about your son. How did you get to the point where you open up so much to your fans?
I was just talking about this last night because I'm writing a book of essays right now about the healing journey and finding myself at this age and all the different things that go on at this age. And I think I was just in so much pain with going through a divorce and the system, the judicial system and everything. Mm-hmm. And I think I didn't know. I would reach out to my friends. I had therapists, but there's something about pretending you're happy when you're not.
Yeah.
That's a very challenging thing to do. And I just said, you know what? I can't even, put the smile on right now. I feel crappy. So I just started talking about it. And through that, I started healing. And through that, because there were so many people that were like, I've been through that too.
Yep.
It feels terrible. And then you realize that it is really just a passing feeling and things do get better. I mean, here I am 3-4 years later, and I cannot believe how different my life is and how it really, horrible feelings need to be felt to be able to, pass through them and get to the other side of them. It's when we start squashing them down and drinking and eating our way through them that, nothing gets healed. So I just thought I'd bring people along on my healing journey, and the people that will get it and that will get value out of it do, and the people that think it's stupid, they do, and they can just move on.
You were so young and during One Day at a Time, and we've heard so many horror stories about young actors not surviving TV in the 70s. Looking back, what did you do right, and maybe what would you have done differently during that time?
Well, I was very lucky. I was in the environment, Norman Lear, and I had Bonnie and I had Mac. I had people that really protected me, and it was a really professional, loving set because of Bonnie, because of Norman Lear. There were people that, know what they're doing, and it's really challenging for a child in the business. And I didn't realize it then, what I was going through, but I think being able to reflect back and see the journey that I took, there was a lot of, I'm a lot stronger than I've ever given myself credit for. And it's because of everything that I went through and everything that I was challenged by and everything that I was blessed to be able to experience, good and bad. So I was lucky by the people that protected me.
I saw you on Drew Barrymore's show. It was pretty emotional when you two were talking about how Ariana Grande she thinks there should be a therapist and mental health expert for kids on these sets. And you guys had a big conversation about that.
I think just as an intimacy coach is now demanded for actors to have for safety. I think that you need somebody to talk to. Bonnie was helping me to find somebody at that age because listen, this world and children, and as they're growing up, they need someone to talk to, someone safe, someone where they can be vulnerable with and not be abused by that and not be taken advantage of. And I think, watching my son navigate through, the 17 years that he's been in the music business, we've been to therapy together and he's been on his own. I think it's an important tool to use to know that your mental health is just as important as your physical health.
Hey, Valerie, is there some kind of compelling story behind the silver boots behind you?
Oh, yes, there is. Well, on One Day at a Time, we did this show where I was Elton John.
Oh, my
These are the boots
gosh.
that
Oh,
Look
that's
at
cool.
that.
These are the boots that I wore when Mac and I sang "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
Oh, my
Oh.
God. How amazing. Well, it's so nice to see you thriving, Valerie. And when can we see Bingo Blitz? When is that on?
That's on Monday through Friday on Game Show Network at 7:30.
Well, it's great to talk to you. Thanks again. And Valerie's a great follow on Instagram if you want to follow along, too. Thanks for joining
Thanks,
us.
Valerie.